Here, a perfect afternoon for football. The pitch is in decent condition. We've got a good crowd in as well, and it's a fixture which has never failed to produce a goal. Let's hope we're in for more of the same here this afternoon. The Newcastle Jets getting their campaign off to a solid start with that scoreless draw away to the Perth Glory last weekend. Queensland Roar held at home though at Suncorp by Adelaide United, a 2-2 thriller north of the Tweed. As we've suggested already, Frank Farina has come to the Hunter with a threadbare squad, decimated by injuries and suspensions. By contrast, Gary Van Egmond has almost a full deck at his disposal. The players prepared to make their way out onto the playing surface here. As I mentioned, a reasonable surface here at the Energy Australia Stadium, considering the heavy traffic of the NRL season. It's going to be Jade North to lead out the home team in their familiar gold strip. Stewie McLaren has the armband for the visitors, of course, in the absence of the suspended skipper and Australian international Craig Moore. Well, let's have a look at the lineups now, and while a point might have been good enough for Gary Van Egmond in Perth last weekend, the performance clearly wasn't. Tarek Elridge and Jorge Dravandi have both been dropped from the squad altogether. In their place come Steve Eagleton and Troy Hearfield. Mark Bridge is hoping he's brought his scoring boots with him, while the playmaker Danny Rocha dos Santos is said to be progressing well after a relatively quiet debut. For Queensland coach Frank Farina, it's down to the bare bones, and we're only 1 week into the new season. Injuries and suspensions mean the visitors have just 15 players available and have named 3 teenagers on the bench. The return from injury of Andrew Packer is well timed. Simon Lynch gets a start in attack, while Stewie McLaren moves into midfield, and Josh McLaughlin is back to lead the defence. Well, by a quirk of history, Queensland have taken full points on their 3 previous visits to the Energy Australia Stadium. The Jets clearly determined to turn that sobering statistic around. Can they do it here at the Energy Australia Stadium? Stay tuned. The referee is Simon Prisdak, and we're away here at the Energy Australia Stadium, and a handball immediately there by Simon Lynch. 8 seconds on the clock. Well, Andy Harper, we've talked about the stats. It is an amazing stat, really. Newcastle have won every time they've gone to Suncorp Stadium. Queensland have won every time they've come here to the Energy Australia Stadium. And
always plenty of goals, plenty of excitement, sloppy defending, controversy, send-offs, action, and we expect nothing less this afternoon. Of course, going on the first round form, you could be forgiven for thinking that won't be the case. Newcastle probably played in the poorest of the 4 opening round matches against Perth last week, and Queensland, just a fabulous game at Suncorp against Adelaide, but they've been severely hit with suspension and injury. That really brings them back to the pack. It's a great opportunity for the home team this afternoon.
All those problems have forced Frank Farina into a fairly major reshuffle. Andrew Packer, who's on the ball now, hasn't played a match for 6 weeks, maybe a little bit underdone, although Tony Gander, the strength and conditioning coach, says he's okay. He had a few opportunities last week against Adelaide, couldn't really capitalise. Let's see what he's got in his box of tricks. Marcinho, very, very close. And Ante Kovic, the Jets goalkeeper, mightily relieved to see that one clear the goal.
Kovic's feet did not move. Watched him like a hawk. His heart was beating at 300 a minute. Look at him. He had no chance with that. Perhaps he backed himself and got his judgment right from the start. Much better from Marcinho. His free kicks last week were poor, but that's a lot closer to the target.
I guess for Adam Griffiths, it must be hard that both of his brothers have worn the green and gold and he hasn't.
I don't say this lightly, but I think Adam Griffiths was the best of the 3 Griffiths.
And here is the other one. Joel Griffiths in on goal. And just stumbled at the critical moment. He was in behind the defence. Here's Hearfield for Newcastle. They're pushing early, the Jets. They have a corner.
Well, Joel Griffiths right on cue there. He made a meal of that. What a brilliant chance for the Newcastle Jets. Troy Hearfield, another country New South Wales graduate from Tamworth to professional football with the final opportunity, but it was Joel Griffiths who completely muffed the chance. The Put on a plate by Denny, just couldn't get the ball in front of him enough.
Marcinho, and this time Kovic's positioning was perfect.
Well, if you're not moving too well, make sure you don't have to move, and that's what Kovic did excellently there. Great movement, good soft hands, great positioning rather, good soft hands. Referee makes those decisions, players play the game.
Bridge gets the return from Thompson. Bridge, delightful cross, meeting it with real power and purpose. There's Troy Harefield, and it's just cleared the bar.
40 minutes it's taken for a textbook attack. Beautiful 1-2 down the left-hand side. Bridge with the left foot clip. Joel Griffiths attacking the ball. Magnificent. But high-quality defending as well. Enough to put Griffiths to the point where he couldn't get the ball down. A great chance for Newcastle. Good action, encouraging signs for the home team.
Read well by North. Away comes Denny. Look at the room for Denny, who's quick. And that's a professional foul from Stewie McLaren, who appeals his innocence, but it's not going to change the decision of Simon Prisdak. A yellow card, and fair enough.
And say for an old-timer, though, Stu McLaren showed good pace to make up the ground. Probably couldn't stop himself in time. Simon Prisdak got that 100% correct. So McLaren now walking the tightrope.
Well, he's going to have to go off for some treatment, Denny, having stayed down. Someone else will have to take the free kick.
And that's fair enough too. Completely in line with the game statutes.
Bridge and Thompson look to be the options for Newcastle. William Reddy will know all about Matt Thompson, former teammates in the old NSL. It's going to be Thompson, who drives it low and hard, but straight at the goalkeeper. Huge kick from Kovic. And all of a sudden, Queensland under pressure, and Reddy has fallen heavily, and in the process taken the ball outside the box, and the referee has adjudged a charge on the goalkeeper. He had a good long look at that, Simon Prisdak. You could see he was making up his mind which way he'd go.
Oh, I can't believe that decision. What's Joel Griffiths supposed to do in that situation? Which is not to criticise Liam Reddy. I thought he did a great job. When the whistle went, I thought it was handball outside the box. And somehow Joel Griffiths has been pinged for standing. Tell you what, he probably gets 1,000 parking tickets a year as well. I can't work that one out at all. That should be a free kick to Newcastle on the edge of the penalty area.
Newcastle have to share the points here at the Energy Australia Stadium. It's half-time between the Jets and Queensland Roar. First half without goal, but without incident. I should say not without incident. Adam Griffiths picked up a card for his troubles. Queensland having the better of the territory, plenty of good possession. Joel Griffiths has worked hard for the home team as always. The half-time score here at the Energy Australia Stadium. Newcastle Jets 0, Queensland Roar 0. I've messed the restart up. Queensland Roar have to take it again. We just elaborated on that subject with Gary Van Egmond, not happy with his front third. Well, the only real option he has on his bench is Jason Hoffman, an 18-year-old, a trainee who's from here in Newcastle, from the Hamilton Olympic Club, has never played in the Hyundai A-League before.
But looks good, according to Van Egmond. He's out of a very rich tradition of Newcastle footballers. He has caught the eye of the coach. He may get his chance.
Free kick quickly taken. Here's Bridge. Now Wheelhouse invited to shoot by Queensland. He does so, and Joe Wheelhouse wasn't too far away.
Well, a better sign of intent from Newcastle already. With Joe Wheelhouse, oh, what a goal would do for his confidence. That would have been some goal too, just quietly. A one-step run up, right through the guts of the ball, and Liam Reddy had no answer. But it really has limited their options in attack.
Well, in trouble is Liam Reddy, and that's a long-running battle, Griffiths. And Liam Reddy, that dates back a few years as well. Two very competitive players, once teammates as well.
Why is Joel Griffiths at fault here? He's run around, maybe for the first hand on the shoulder. All right, well, from that point on, Simon Frisdale probably got that right. Hammered up a bit, Liam, as well. Always the showman.
Delightful ball from Wheelhouse, and Herefield was too slow to react. That is a defence-splitting ball from Joe Wheelhouse. He's starting to come into this match, and Troy Herefield really should have done a bit better there. He was in space, he'd made the run.
He can have absolutely no doubt about this. Great pass from Wheelhouse, sizing up the situation, splits the defence. He needed to make a play on that first bounce, not let it run.
Seen his last action of this match. The patience of his coach wearing thin, and it's an A-League debut for Jason Hoffman, 18 years of age, a trainee who this week had cause for celebration. He was handed a permanent deal from the Hamilton Olympic Club here in Newcastle. A young local product, always good to see. Marcinho in behind, still going Marcinho at the near post. Kovic was alert. Chris Crossman, and now Newcastle have numbers. It's 4 against 4. Denny. Griffiths, now Queensland have funneled back though. They've lost their numerical advantage, Newcastle. Denny, lovely skills. Wheelhouse. Thompson. Thompson shoots. And caught in two minds there, Liam Reddy. But whatever the result of this game, it's been a good start for Newcastle in terms of their attendances, well above the average of last season. A bumper crowd in here at the Energy Australia Stadium. More than 13,000 fans. 13,144 in fact. And maybe this club has turned the corner as well in terms of its profile and its popularity.
It's also local grand final day in the Northern New South Wales Federation, and the local boys reorganised their schedule, hoping to get more of the grassroots fans here. That seems to have worked. And of course, we shouldn't for a moment forget the terrible season the Newcastle Knights have had in the new National Rugby League, which might work in the Jets' favour.
I did notice before the game as well, there was quite a few players from further up the coast, from Foster, Tuncurry as well, junior players. It is an area that hasn't really been tapped by Newcastle in the past. As the ball comes in, and it's just ricocheted off Denny, who didn't know much about it. Yes, maybe the Jets are finally starting to draw some support from further afield. We can only hope.
Well, you move up the North Coast, the mid-North Coast, football is so vibrant at a grassroots level. They're big fans of the Jets. The Jets just have to go and get them, as it were. And according to your report, it seems as though they've started to do it.
And that's a crude challenge by Wheelhouse. Madoka is in the wars again. The advantage played by the referee. Maybe Wheelhouse will get some punishment later on. Here's Marcinho. Took his eye off the ball. And Newcastle, great. Denny over the top. Here's young Hoffman, Jason Hoffman, one out. Bridge now. Mark Bridge. Straight into McLaughlin. As Ronaldo goes down, no contact. Ball hasn't gone out of play. Lynch is in behind. Simon Lynch clattered by Liam Reddy. Looks to the referee for assistance. Good turn from Eagleton. Squares it up for Joel Griffiths, who pushes in towards that area. Joel Griffiths, but the shot was a disappointing end product. He was past two, into the box.
But they're coming, the Jets. If it's not Thompson down the right, it's Eagleton down the left. They're getting numbers forward. They're getting the advantage. And they got a sight on goal there, and Joel Griffiths didn't let rip. He tried to set up one of his teammates. But they've got a head of steam at the moment, have the home team.
No one attacked the ball for Newcastle, but Mackay did for Queensland. They have the advantage here. Simon Lynch cuts inside. Still going is Lynch. Reinaldo, surely! Reinaldo opens the scoring. The Raw take the lead here at Energy Australia.
Well, finally, on Father's Day, the Raw deliver. Ante Kovic with an expletive or two. On the break, they caught them, the visitors, 3 versus 2. Griffith slipped. Lynch with the presence of mind, and finally Ronaldo finds the target when he has a big one to aim at.
Well, credit here for Simon Lynch. Unselfish play, setting up his partner. The somersault from Reinaldo. Queensland will be hoping to see that a lot more often. Delight for Liam Reddy as well. They've never lost a game here, Queensland, and they're on their way here once again. Want to make a nuisance of himself. Lovely ball from New Charlotte. Denny. Griffiths. Down he goes. Free kick. Inviting position for Newcastle Jets. Maybe cramped there with Stewie McLaren. I did notice he was motioning to the bench a minute or two ago. Might have hit the wall, Stewie McLaren. But there is a real opportunity here for Newcastle. As McLaren goes down.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble. That's adjudged to have been a second card by the referee, and he's off. Stewie McLaren contemplates his future. The red cards continue for Queensland Raw. That armband is a poison chalice.
Well, again, Newcastle are playing it narrow at the top of the penalty area. Joel Griffiths used his body beautifully with a parallel run, ball at his feet across the top of the penalty area. He drew the challenge from McLaren. Chris Dax adjudicated a second yellow card offence. And hang on to your hats, because the home team have an advantage for the last 5 plus injury time.
It's going to be a grandstand finish here at the Energy Australia Stadium. Stuart McLaren sent from the field, a second bookable offence. And it's going to be about trying to hold on here now for the Raw. And all the commotion. Young Jason Hoffman has taken a knock to the head and received treatment as well. Thompson around the free kick. Bridge is there as well. What have they got up their sleeve here, the Newcastle Jets? Joel Griffiths, Mark Bridge, Matt Thompson. Plenty of time to ponder the possibilities. And still some pushing in the wall. Griffiths. Joel Griffiths has found the top corner. Newcastle back on level terms. Simply brilliant.
Point to this football match. Joel Griffiths, who has plugged away for 86 minutes. Hard graft, hard toil, and then a piece of magic from the edge of the box. What a great sight. Look at the bulge in the back of the net. They've got a man up. They're a goal to the good. And the Jets will be roared home by this 13,000 Father's Day crowd. And a game that has slept for long periods has woken with a start.
Well, they didn't need a Brazilian to score from the dead ball, the Newcastle Jets. It's a homegrown slice of brilliance from Joel Griffiths. And the Jets with everything to play for now. And a mistake made by Reddy. The clearance charged down by Joel Griffiths. What a battle it's been between those two. But he was offside by the looks of things.
Handball,
the goal scorer, or was that a handball?
I think that played a handball. Honestly.
He's always in the middle of everything, isn't he,
really
Joel
is.
Griffiths?
He's great value, Joel. He needs to score more goals. He knows that. So much good work. Doesn't bear the fruit that it deserves, but he's scored an absolute ripper tonight. Liam Reddy, absolutely no chance.
So the Roar down to 10 men, having conceded the lead as well. And once again, this fixture has produced goals, excitement, and maybe a dash of controversy as well. Gary Van Egmond wants to go for the throat here. Looks as though he's pushed Wheelhouse forward.
And all the commotion as well. Adam DePuzzo has come on for Jason Hoffman, who left to get that wound stitched. No mucking around from Van Egmond.
It's DePuzzo's ball. Cleared by Griffin. Eagleton. Mackay. That will be a Newcastle throw. It's all going their way. 4 minutes of time added on. We're at the 90-minute mark. And listen to the fans here now on the edge of their seats. No one's left the stadium. Why would you? Marcinho.
Get that Beaumont Street will be stampeding here. When they hear this roar from Broadmeadow, this will go right through the Hunter Valley.
Adam DePuzzo, left-sided player. On in midfield for the Jets. Frank Farina, always very composed on the sideline. It's a test now for the young players in this Queensland side as well. Difficult situation for them. Denny. Eagleton. Well, I guess Frank Farina will be sick of the colour of red at the moment. It's been a flurry of red cards in the pre-season, the start of the season as well for the Queensland Roar.
Apart from going the man down, it's the man you lost. It's the experience. It's the captain. It's Stu McLaren. And when you need to be plugging a thumb in the dike, it's the experience you need. Queensland can save themselves here, but they have to be smart.
Bridge, it's broken nicely for him. Minicon has stayed down. They've only got 9 players now, Queensland. Here's a chance. Griffiths runs into McLaughlin, who kept his feet.
There's a chance that they deserve better.
Good defending from Josh McLaughlin.
Went down way too easily then, Joel Griffiths. They punch at the back line. Beautiful reverse pass from Bridge.
And here's another dead ball opportunity for Newcastle. All the decisions now are going their way.
Queensland are stopping the play in the wrong part of the field. It needs to be in the other half. They need to be breaking the rhythm in Newcastle's half, not committing fouls.
Free kick taken quickly. And that was well dealt with by Liam Reddy, who wasn't caught out. A minute and a half remaining. Can the Roar hold on? Or can the Jets come from behind and win their first match of the season? When he sees the replay there, Liam Reddy, he'll accept he was beaten by a fantastic free kick from Joel Griffiths. And another sign of frustration from Queensland. Grossman with a yellow card. Not surprising, the Jets in a hurry to get things going. Here's Denny. Griffiths. He's done well. Eagleton squares it up. Denny. Near post shot. Claimed at the second attempt by Liam Reddy. They want to hear the final whistle, Queensland. They just want it to end.
It's great action at the death, though. Liam Reddy, great save. Might not look like much, but given the circumstances,
good strength, good skill from Mark Bridge. Maybe the last attack of the match. Here's Griffiths. Exactly the right player you want on the ball at this stage. Gets it back from Eagleton, or does he? Marcinho rides that challenge, Joel Griffiths. Still with the Jets. Here's Denny. Eagleton. Plenty of targets for Steve Eagleton. And there is the final whistle. So the points will be shared here at the Energy Australia Stadium. 2 late goals, one from Heynaldo for the Roar. And what a response from Joel Griffiths for the Newcastle Jets. For the first time, the Jets have taken points off Queensland Roar here at the Energy Australia Stadium. A fantastic second half as well. The final score, the Newcastle Jets 1, Queensland Roar 1. Well, we take a breath here, Andy Harper. And what will Newcastle get out of this performance?
a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. They were up against it, not playing with a lot of belief. It was a fantastic goal that got them a share of the points. But what a game Matt Mackay had. He set this situation up beautifully, which I thought was retrievable until Adam Griffiths lost his feet. And from that point, the whole of Queensland's heart went in their mouth with Ronaldo eyeballing an empty goal, and finally he's secured a goal for his team. But what about that? 85th minute, maybe the 86th minute, a send-off, a goal from the free kick for the home team, a great result.
We'll get the headlines tomorrow. Joel Griffiths, he's down on the pitch talking to Murray Shaw.
Well, Joel, you're the hero tonight, but you still look a little disappointed.
Very disappointed, you know. We had a game plan to make sure teams come here and, you know, make sure it's a fortress. And I didn't think we played the best we could tonight. You know, we've still got Brazilians that we have to gel with, other players, and the language barrier is always going to be difficult. But I thought Danny played well. I thought our defence played well. But we just need to work on a few things during the week.
All right, talk us through the free kick.
Yeah, I just hit it. Went in. Thank God.
Just looking at it on the big screen behind you, you placed it right into the top corner.
Yeah, you know, training and during the matches, you always want to put the ball there. And thank God I hit it nice. And you know, we got away with a draw, but it could have been a lot worse.
Thanks, Joel.
Cheers, mate.
Well, Entertainment Plus here at the Energy Australia Stadium. The points shared between the Roar and the Newcastle Jets. Queensland with a game on Thursday night. Newcastle travel across the Tasman to play the Wellington Phoenix. From me, Mike Cockrell, Andy Harper and all the team, it's goodbye for now.